Nintendo must have been high off their mind thinking they can price this at $80 and still expect us to buy it. I must have been high too. I bought the damn thing. Mario Kart World was a much needed breath of fresh air to the Mario Kart series after an 11-year and an 8-year run of Mario Kart 8/Deluxe. Respectfully, of course. Although there were some things, teeny tiny things, off about the air. Alright, let's get the bad stuff about this game out of the way with the most important one, alright? And this actually hurt pretty bad. Bowser's Castle was disappointing as fuck. The tracks in this game were overall pretty good, but Bowser's Castle was one of the ones I was looking forward to the most. Sure, it's a good chaotic track, although a short one, but nothing about this to me screams Bowser's Castle. It does scream Bowser, but not Bowser's Castle, you know? I don't know, maybe I was expecting more. Sure, there are meteors falling, but I wish there was more of a oomph, on a castle. Nintendo, I wanted more castle. There is no 200cc. I don't mind it as much, since I think 150cc is an overall good balance, but Nintendo, sometimes I feel like I'm driving on a highway. Oh wait, I am. Not to mention the intermission tracks are mostly just straight. I'll probably be able to turn on the auto acceleration, dip to go get a glass of apple juice, come back and be fine if I don't get hit by an item. The intermission tracks aren't all that bad. I actually think it was a good idea, but more on that later. 200cc would have made the tracks, especially the intermission tracks, more fun and difficult. Nintendo, why are some of the tracks wide as hell? I get that with double the players, 24 from the standard 12, that we need to widen the tracks to accommodate that. But I think they went a little too overboard. With wider tracks, the easier the tracks are to maneuver, and I don't think I like that. These are minor gripes I have with the game, except for Bowser's Castle. That one's huge. Mentioning 24 players, I think it was a wasted potential of not including Baby Park. I think that could have been really fun and chaotic. Nintendo definitely saw the memes of Baby Park with 24 players and decided, yeah, we're not going to give it to them. I'm going to mention this because I care for battle mode, but it was disappointing to see that there's a 3-minute time limit and there's no way to change that. Also, no Renegade Roundup? 24 players, come on, 12 cops, 12 robbers, it would have been fantastic. But we're stuck with balloon battles and coin runners that get boring after a minute. The maps are alright, they're not the best, but they're better than what Mario Kart 8 started with. I think Nintendo organized their character select screen as a way to rage bait us. God, this is awful. Even with the sorting option, it does improve it, but I still think they could have come up with a better way to sort all the different costumes. Free roam was the main selling point of Mario Kart World, and to be honest, I don't really have any strong opinions about it. It seemed like an exciting feature, and after playing it, yeah, it could have been utilized better for sure, but is it bad? No. The P-switch missions were fun and actually at times hard, but for a sticker? Not the greatest incentive, but on their own, they're pretty fun. The Peach medallions and hidden question panels are the other things you can search for, but again, I don't really care for them. It would have been better if completing them unlocked characters or costumes. But then again, the missions themselves are pretty fun, and that's all I really care about. I definitely think what free roam does best is to just cruise around and listen to the goated soundtrack. If only I could hear it better. Is it just me, or is the sound of the engine and everything else a little too loud to the point where it's a bit difficult to hear the music? I even looked around if there was an option to bring the sound effects down or the music up, but no, nothing. It's a bit of a shame too. Mario Kart World soundtrack, I think it's a masterpiece. Not only did they just make music for the tracks themselves, but remixed a lot of soundtracks from different Mario games that played during free roam and intermissions. Again, kind of a bummer that everything is a little louder. Now, on to the good stuff about this game. It's fun. Like I said in the beginning, this game is a breath of fresh air. Let's start with Knockout Tour. Nintendo, you have blessed me. Knockout Tour is by far the best thing added to this game. Better than free roam. It's basically Battle Royale but racing. Try not to get eliminated added on to the chaos. The stakes were really high. If I were to lose everything, I'd lose everything. And I mean everything. The house, the wife, and the kids. But seriously, I love Knockout Tour. Of course, Nintendo doesn't like us being fully content. Rainbow Road is not included in Knockout Tour, which sucks. Since this Rainbow Road is one of the best, way better than 8, playing it with other people was a lot more fun. Doubling the players from 12 to 24 was a small but yet impactful change. I feel as though the races are more lively and hectic. Of course, with 24 racers, Nintendo had to add more playable characters. And they really said, fuck physics, this fish can steer. I, for one, love that you can play characters from the world of Mario Kart. Cheep Cheep, you know, the cow, and Goomba, just to name a few. Yeah, dolphin riding a dolphin bike, this is what 80 bucks will get you. You can grind on railings, drive on walls, but I didn't use this mechanic as much as I thought I would. It does make for some sick plays, and you can do multiple tricks in the air for extra boosts. You know, all good stuff that I found enjoyable. I'm glad this game didn't spoil us like 8 did, with all the characters and tracks unlocked at the start. Here you actually had to play the game to unlock carts, bikes, tracks, and characters. To me, this makes the game more satisfying to play. You unlock carts and bikes by collecting coins, you know, which are neat. Makes sense. I'm also glad cart customization didn't come back. Yeah, cart customization did add an element of uniqueness and creativity to your cart, but I feel that by not having that, Nintendo could really go wild with some of the designs of the carts, since they don't have to worry about whether the cart would work well with the cart customization. Some characters you have to play through the Grand Prix to unlock. Some are unlocked when Kamek turns you into the specific character, usually a Mario NPC or enemy. Yoshi finally got off his bum ass and started a business selling dash food. Eating the dash food unlocks costumes. Certain foods unlock certain costumes. It also gives you a mini boost. The dash food is a cool gimmick in my opinion, something other than an item block you can grab and use. Explorer Bowser Jr. looks so cute. Despite my gripes with the intermission tracks, when done right, my god do they make the upcoming track look good. Something about driving to the track adds a level of anticipation, like Rainbow Road. Driving up to the gateway into Rainbow Road was surreal and one of my favorite moments of playing this game. Yeah, Rainbow Road, absolutely stunning. The clouds, the colors, the track, the thwomps, the water, the music. This part during the final lap, the train. Nintendo went all out and I love it. Toad's Factory made a return, which gets a major yes from me, Nintendo. This was one of my favorite tracks from Mario Kart Wii, so you know I played the living shit out of this track. And also the soundtrack to Toad's Factory is one of my favorites out of the Mario Kart series. Boo Cinema is one of the new tracks and one I enjoyed a lot. The old cinema is fitting for the Boos. The track is simple, but jumping into the screen, the lighting changing, the film rolling and jumping out is a simple but cool idea. You know, I love it. It's fun. DK Spaceport was another track that was just mwah. The track is based on the Donkey Kong arcade game. Man, is it fun dodging barrels, hearing the sound effects that are sampled from the arcade game, and the giant mecha DK. Jesus. Starview Peak is another simple track I enjoyed, especially the water portion. I mean, this type of blue might be my favorite color. But the biggest question everyone's asking, is it worth 80 bucks? No. I'm sorry, but no way in hell. I mean, for the casual player, probably not. You can sometimes buy RDR2 on sale, and that game has way more content than Mario Kart World. But for the Mario Kart fans, if you haven't already gotten the bundle, then maybe, yeah, I think it might be worth it. Especially if they add free DLC later on, then yes, definitely worth it. But the bundle makes this game 50 bucks, and for that, I think it's a steal. I got the bundle, so that question doesn't apply to me, but I'm not even sure if I'd spend the 80 bucks. Who am I kidding? Yeah, I probably would. This Mario Kart definitely changes things up. It isn't groundbreaking, but with the right people, this game can be really fun. Nintendo, add Rainbow Road and Knockout Tour. Please, don't be ridiculous. We need it. I need it.